Welcome everyone to today's Grow with Google session entitled Protect Yourself from Online Scammers. This informative event is proudly sponsored by the Covington Area Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. As technology continues to evolve, so do the tactics of online scammers. In this session, you'll learn how to recognize common scams, safeguard your personal information, and take proactive steps to staying safe online. Now, to lead us in this informative conversation, please welcome our Grow with Google Chair, Alda Blakeney Wright.
So your warning signs are urgency. They want you to respond quickly. It's a limited time offer. Someone needs help. Make someone act on an emotion. So anything that has urgency with it, that wants you to respond quickly, again, those are your first signs that this is a scam. And they are phishing for your information. Now, another warning sign is links or attachments. These links or attachments can also be sent in text. So make sure that you never click on any of these links or open any attachments, because they can hold harmful programming that can cause you to have a trip to Best Buy to have your whole computer wiped clean and reset. That happened to my mother. My mother's 85 years old. But at the time she was about 84, and somebody called her. They wanted money sent to them. Unfortunately, she did send the money. They had somebody come to the house and pick it up in a FedEx envelope. So you just got to be really careful about those things. Fortunately enough, she did not lose a lot of money, but it could have been much worse. Another warning sign is they will ask for personal information. A legitimate business will never ask you for your login or password information. If the business is trustworthy, it will tell you to sign into your account securely on your own, not through them. And always type your business website addresses directly into your browser. Now, another warning sign is if you're speaking with somebody, or even if the message is written, listen for or look out for a threatening tone, because what they try to do is frighten you and scare you into giving them the information. They can also lose something important. And nobody likes to admit to being scammed, because it is actually a very humiliating experience. And you often wonder, well, how did I fall for that? So what would you do? And this is how you should respond to phishing. Ignore it. Do not respond. Do not click any links or open any attachments, and report it. Now, if you were to receive an email like this one, urgent form needed. It has come to our attention that we have not received one of your housing forms. Please respond to this email at your earliest convenience with the following information, or you will be evicted from your housing. Something of that nature. So what you would do is do not click. Make sure you do not click this link. Notice that here's the urgency again. Thank you for a swift response. What you'll do is you'll click more, those three dots. And once you do that, you'll get a menu and you'll go down to report phishing. And you'll click that, and that email will be reported to your service provider. Our next type of scam is the dream job scam. It's notice $5,000 to $10,000 per day, work from home, choose your own schedule, make money as an undercover shopper, 15 hours a week, 80,000 plus bonuses, no interview necessary, and just an email address. Again, what did you notice? In an employment scam, it's going to be always too good to be true. Because how many people do you know that make that amount of money per day? There's no screening process. All of the things from a normal hiring process, an interview, a standard application, all of that is missing. And then it's things like you may start as soon as you apply or once you've been hired. Look out for those kind of things. And you should never, never pay an employer. Again, warning signs, too good to be true. And the key parts for too good to be true is going to cause you to act on emotion. Opportunities to earn lots of money with little time or effort. Also, there will also be people who pose as very enthusiastic recruiters. And you notice we have our little unicorn over here. So look out for that type of information as well. Now, another warning sign for the dream job is that they're going to ask you for money. Again, no job should ever ask you to pay to work. So don't provide payment or personal information until you know the job is real. If they're asking for your bank account information and it's not the normal forms that you would see for direct deposit or forms that you've seen in the past, you shouldn't just give that information willingly. And again, you shouldn't be paying to work. Again, another sign is typos. Many of these scammers are from overseas, so they don't successfully navigate the English language well. So look out for incorrect grammar or incorrect word usage, because legitimate companies are going to have proofreaders to read their information. And then if it is if an actual company is being impersonated, the logos and the colors of the logos will look slightly off. They'll look a little fuzzy or the coloring won't be right. So pay attention. You have to do to avoid an employment scam. Always search online. Do your research about the company that's hiring. Make sure that you can find the actual job title and the name of a contact person. Whatever you do, do not pay for training ahead of time. You're looking for a job, so you shouldn't have to pay in order to work. And then, of course, your personal information. Don't give that away until you're sure that the job is legitimate. And I can give you an example of this. I've gotten several job offers on WhatsApp, and I've just ignored them. They've reached out to me unsolicited. That's another thing. But some of them are like, they'll give me this amount of money that I can make, but they never say the name of the company. They never say what the job is. It's very vague. So I just have been ignoring them and not accepting those items through WhatsApp, because they will contact you not only through email, but also through social media platforms and any communication that you use. So you just have to do your own independent research. Now, in order to search, what you'll do is go to Google and type in google.com, press enter, and then you'll get this keyboard, and then you'll type words in the search bar and then press enter so that you can find that information about that company. And I would do several searches using several different keywords, and then I would look for things that are overlapping, and also that would legitimate that the offer is real. Now, our next is a perfect connection. Great match, relationship moves quickly. They're never able to meet. And so again, for your note-taking purposes, again, make sure that you research your company. You're going to look for a title. You're going to look for the contact person. You're going to also look for that information on legitimate websites for job hunting. Never pay for any training or cost ahead of time, and make sure that you do not give away your personal information until you have made sure the job is legitimate. Again, what you're going to do is go to google.com, and you're going to look for, you're going to type that in your browser address, press enter, and you're going to use keywords to search for that company. Now, our perfect connection scam. In this scam, and this often accompanies our seniors, but the relationship will move very quickly, but they're never able to meet you face to face. And then they come up with these urgent things like medical issues. They're going to be evicted from their apartment, anything that they can get you to send money. And again, money is always going to be in these scams somewhere. So these romance scams will come across social media, dating apps, websites. The scammers will use photos they find online. Again, the relationship with them will progress really quickly. I've had, again, with my mother is 85, but she's had people contact her through Facebook, through Messenger, saying that they're widowed, they're lonely, they just want somebody to talk to, and then they try to give her the phone number, and she just ignores them. She may exchange one or two direct messages with them, but then when they want the phone number and where do you live and all that personal information, then she cuts them off very quickly. Again, they're always going to have, there's money always is going to be involved with this. And they'll try to create a financial emergency that they need you to address. And the other thing is too, that it often starts out with just a minuscule amount, something that you can afford to lose. But then as time goes on, the amounts get greater and greater. So again, what do you notice? Your warning signs. Too good to be true. Urgency. Request for payment. These are your major warning signs. What do you do to avoid romance scams? You're going to take your time, meet the person in a safe public place. Whatever you do, don't send them any money. And also listen to your family and friends, because at the end, they have your best interests at heart. They're not trying to keep you alone and by yourself. They just want to make sure that you are not taken advantage of. Now we're going to complete a reverse image search. So if you would, type images.google.com into your browser's address bar. Click the camera icon to search by image, and then upload the photo from your computer, and then review the search results. So if you want to check to see if an image is legitimate, this is the way that you would do it. Remember, we talked about those logos looking strange or a little off. This is how you can check for those. And you can do the same thing with a photo, like a photo of a person, because I am recently divorced, and all of a sudden on Facebook, I've got all these men that want to be my friend. And then when I look at their Facebook page, it's just an image. And then you can't see anything below that other than pictures of them, the same pictures, different poses. Well, that's a red flag. I actually think people go through the divorce records and select names and look for them on social media for that, because I noticed a dramatic increase after my divorce was final. So if I don't have we don't have a connecting person, or I look at their profile and I see this looks like the same images that you could capture from somebody else's page with a screenshot, or even just downloading them. And it's to the point that I've actually seen the same faces repeated with different names. So you have to look for things like that as well. Again, review signs of scams: too good to be true, urgency, links or attachments, and requests for personal information. The other thing is payment, typos, threats. If anything sounds urgent, look for incorrect word usage, look for typos. Instead of skimming over the email or skimming over the text message, actually read it, and you will say, this sounds a little, it'll sound a little off, especially if you read it out loud. You will notice little things like that. And those kinds of things are your signs that this is a potential scam. So in other words, to protect yourself from online scams, you just have to know the three major scams: employment, phishing, and romance scams. Know the signs that apply. Similar tactics can be used by scammers over the phone or in a text. So again, and if you use any other communication text like WhatsApp, you have to use the same level of security and the same, looking for the same signs there as well. Now you can open up your Google Doc, and you'll just go to the apps menu. Which is here. Scroll down to find the Google Drive, click the drive, and then find the doc in your drive. So this is our recap. And this is what we did. We set up a Google Doc. We went over what our online scams are, and we gave 3 examples: phishing, job, and romance, and the signs of scams. And if you'd like to keep learning, we also have Google has a YouTube channel, and they encourage you to check out the Google Career Center for certificates, YouTube channels for expert tips to grow your skills and career. And if you'd like to pursue one of the Google Career Certificates, you can go to youtube.com/Google Career Certificates. And these will allow you to get in-demand jobs in high growth fields like data analytics, advanced data analytics, business intelligence, digital marketing and e-commerce, IT support, IT automation with Python, UX design, project management, cybersecurity. So those things are also available through Google. And there are also some free online trainings for teachers and students, for local businesses, for job seekers, even for developers. So if you would, first, I would like for you to go ahead and scan that QR code and give your feedback. And I also would like to ask if there are any questions, any comments, and any additional need for clarification. Well, again, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for attending my very first Grow with Google workshop. I would greatly appreciate your feedback, and I would also make sure that I communicate to you when we have our next Grow with Google workshop. So again, if there are no questions, I again thank you for your time and have a wonderful evening.